Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I've got a tutorial for you on how to make a bass that's kind of in the style of like Tsuki and Cajama and Cooky, Zeppho, those kind of basses. You'll see the kind of bass in a second. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So, this is the bass that we're going to be making today. So yeah, you can hear how it sounds there. This bass as well is really good because I've used it in quite a few of my upcoming unreleased tracks. I'll put a clip here of one of those tracks being played live. But you can hear in the clip it sounds a bit different to just this bass on its own, but that's because you can layer this bass up, and yeah, it's just a really good versatile bass, I think. So yeah, let's get straight into making it. So if we load up a new Serum here, the first thing we want to do is turn up oscillator A 2 octaves, and then we want to set it to BS2 acid, which you can find just here. And it just sounds like this, you know, kind of a normal boring sound. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn on Bend Plus and turn that all the way up to max, and it's just kind of slightly changed the sound there. So what we want to do next is make this kind of shape on LFO 1, and then we're going to turn the level down and apply that. And you can hear it sounds kind of weird there, so I want to set it to envelope mode, and we'll leave it on a quarter because that's good for the kind of stuff we're going to be doing. And then we want to turn on oscillator B and set it to BS2 subby, which again is under analog wavetables. It's BS2 subby saw, sorry. And yeah, sounds kind of weird just on its own there, but we want to turn it up 2 octaves and 7 semitones. Next up, we want to turn on Bend Plus. We're going to apply LFO 1 to it. We're also going to turn the level all the way down and apply LFO 1. So we've got this kind of sound, and we're going to turn down the phase randomization on both oscillators as well. But yeah, it sounds kind of weird at the moment. I guess you can kind of hear the start of the sound, but like nothing like the end sound, obviously. So next up, we're going to turn on the filter and set it to A and B. And yeah, it's just filtering out all the high end. We're going to set the cutoff to right down to 30 Hertz. But what we're going to do is we're going to apply LFO 1 to the cutoff, set this to about 70. And that just helps give it a, I don't really know how to describe it, to be fair, kind of like that wobble. Well, it's not even really a wobble. You can just hear for yourself how it sounds. And then we want to turn down the resonance as well. And then we're going to turn on the sub, turn that down 1 octave, and apply LFO 1 to the level. And then next up, we're going to get some distortion, set this to asymmetrical, and set the drive to 70%. And already you can hear it sounding, you know, more like a normal bass. Still sounds kind of weird. And then we're going to turn on the multiband compressor. I'm going to turn up the gain a bit. And then last of all, the thing that kind of makes this whole bass complete is the magic that we're going to do in the filter section. So we're going to go onto MISC and cones, and then we're going to set the cutoff to about 34 Hertz and the resonance up to 50%. And I'm going to turn the gain up a bit. And yeah, you can hear that filter section just completely makes this sound. And one last thing that I like to do, because it sounds good and is kind of used with a lot of basses that sound like this, we're going to set the Portamento to always, and you can set it yourself, but I like to set it, I had it set for this to about 120, and you can hear kind of what the Portamento does. It's instead of going straight from one note to the other, it kind of glides between them. It's more obvious on a big gap like that, or if I turn this up. But yeah, obviously you wouldn't use it that high up in a normal setting. But yeah, I had it on about 120. And yeah, it sounds pretty decent, I think. And like I said, the clip I showed earlier, what I did with this, I just took an EQ, removed all the low end, and then I layered it with a bass that actually, to be fair, you can find this bass and also the bass that I used, the other bass I used for that track that I showed a clip of earlier in a sample pack, which I'll leave a link down in the description. But yeah, I think that's basically it. So if you've enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. That helps out massively. You can grab the preset for this down in the description as a free download as always. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.